Kia ora e te whānau. Now, we're going to ignore the fact that my fingernails are terrible. Let's just not mention that. I've got ink up them from work, from doing the printmaking with the students, etc, etc. But I wanted to jump on and show you how to do this. I was faffing around last night with my Pearl journal, and I was watching a One Sheet Wonder, and I thought, I wonder what would happen if I just started folding paper. And I have come up with this one. So you've got a pocket there, pocket there, pocket there, pocket there, pocket there, pocket there. And it wraps around so that you've got a pocket there, a pocket there, pocket there, and a pocket here. So if you want to see how to make that, hang around. All you are going to need is, and this time, rather than coffee dyeing or onion skin dyeing and coffee dyeing the back of a one-sided sheet of paper, I am going to use a double so that we can see how that looks. And I'm sure I'll do a green journal at some point, so I'll be able to use it. And all you need is a pair of scissors, ruler, scoreboard if you have one, but a ruler would be fine if you don't, and glue. And that's it. Oh, and a piece of paper to put it on in the end. Okay, so this is the template that I made with 100 different folds on it. And I thought I need to get a bit more accurate with you guys, with measurements and things, because as you can see, she's interesting. She's got a lot of folds. So I figured the most important measurements are this, 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 and halfway. So, and I'm even, because I'm aware that most of you lovely people are in America and are dealing with inches, I've decided to go with the inches for you. But if you are in our metric system and you want centimetres, it's 9 centimetres, 9 centimetres, 7 centimetres, and 4 centimetres. If you are working in inches, I have just scored at 3 3/4, 7 3/8, and 10 1/4. So there. Okay. Then I have turned it and I have done it at 6. Obviously this is a 12 by 12 piece of paper. Okay, here we go. Please forgive me if this is not good. I really did just start folding and I came up with this. I'm sure you've seen something like it. So fold there. But I'm sure we haven't seen anything exactly like it. So let's go. That one there, and I better keep my template over here or I'm going to get completely lost. And then that one there. So forgive me if I have to go back on myself. So because that is pretty much exactly, I would trim this so that it just sits a little bit neater. So I might just quickly do that. I'm just going to take off about, and I'm going to have to say it in mil, about 5 or 6 millimeters. Do not ask me what that is in inches. We do not use inches in New Zealand, but I will do my best to accommodate. Right, be back in a second. Okay, have just trimmed a little bit off there so that now it's not quite on that crease. Okay, now this side folds down pretty much right to that crease. Again, give yourself like a millimeter so that it doesn't interfere when it folds up. Ooh, and I did have a bone fold around here somewhere. What did I do with that? Where's it gone? Hang on. Found it. Now, because this is double-sided, usually these are a little bit thicker. The piece that I used was more like copy paper thickness. So again, this is another little experiment. We'll see how it goes. So I'm just making sure that I really give these a good crease. Okay, template, here we go. Because I'm pretty sure that, yeah, that one folds down with that folded back. I'm sure all of you have turned off by now. It's just too confusing. I can't cope with this. Yeah, I can tell already it is quite a bit thicker, this paper. So, yeah, we'll see how we go. Now, that 6-inch line, we may as well give that a quick fold now. And I might just fold it in both directions, because sometimes that helps too. Okay, so far we have that. Okay, then what we are going to do is we need to cut up to there and up to there to our 6-inch fold. Okay. Oh gosh, now I've got to find the scissors. Oh my goodness. Hang on. All right. It's like a bloopers reel more than it is. And I'm just going to cut slightly to the right, because I think that is going to help us, of the fold line. So just slightly to the right, and over here slightly to the left. Sorry, I've got to turn it around. Left-handed, I can only cut it this way. I know it'll be backwards for everyone else. Okay, right up to there. We're getting there. Okay, now this guy here is oh my goodness. We go back here. This guy is this piece, and I have folded it up, and then I've folded it right down flush. Okay, so this bit not that bit. Hang on. Okay, I'm back. So the bit with the fold over front, that is going to have a little bit of a gap here, and I just judged that by, you want a decent bit here to wrap around the other side. So if you do it too far up, you're not going to get to see the double pocket once you fold it up. So you've got to give a little bit of room, but you want minimal amount possible there, just so that you can see the second pocket. Okay, and you'll see what I mean in a second, because when this guy folds, we are going to go right up to there, so that hopefully, whoops, yeah, see how you can just see, and when you ink it, which I will obviously, because we know how much I love inking, you can just see the difference between that pocket and that pocket. All right, so now we need to fold this one round to the back. And this one round to the back. There's something interesting going on there that's different. Let me see. Yes, figured it out. Okay, this flap here, we need to cut through that 6-inch line. I'm so sorry if this is really hard to understand. Okay, so that when let's unfold that like that, so that when that folds up and that folds in, just check that that's working now. Yes, so now we've got a higher pocket up there. Okay, so that when that one comes up and that goes around there, we have our second pocket, and I'm just going to have to score those. Oh my gosh, I hope this makes some sort of sense. I'm doing my best, I promise, because the last thing I want to do is confuse the living heck out of everybody. But it is a it's definitely a confusing fold, right? Okie dokie. So, whoops, we're upside down. So I'm just going to start right from the beginning, show you guys where we're at. Okay, so the only places we've ended up cutting, and you could do this beforehand, we've cut up this fold line to 6 inch, we've cut up this fold line to 6 inch, we've cut into this fold line. Okay, there is one more cut that we will need to do in a minute, I remember that. Okay, so we folded that down, we folded that in, we opened it up and folded that down. Then we did our cutting. Then we folded this one over, leaving a little bit of a gap, just so that we could tell the difference between the pockets. And then we folded that guy right up to that 6 inch line. Then that folds up there, that folds up to there, we turn it over. Oh no, done it wrong again. That one stays out. Then we fold that over, then up, right? So we've got all of that hanging out the side. Then the second one, we fold right up to the crease line and up. Then we're going to turn it over. Then we have pocket number 1, that will be in there. So we're going to glue that bit down. And if you glue at the bottom, you could have a nice long bookmark or something in there, or a tag. And then this one comes around, and this is where we need to make our second cut. So I'm just going to cut, I'll go 3 centimeters. I don't know what that is in inches, and it doesn't have to be perfect, and I will show you why. It just depends on the size of the pocket you want, because when this folds over and that folds up, all we are going to do is glue there and glue there to turn that into another pocket. Oh my gosh, I know this is terrible, I'm so sorry. Now this guy, last bit, we're almost there. So we've got all of that so far. Now this guy here, we are going to fold him up on that fold line. We're going to decide what size pocket we want for there. That'll do. So that one there is going to be a full pocket. Then we're going to turn it over. And we are just going to fold just a little bit because I like it not to come right up, so I want it about there. That will give it a nice folded edge on that pocket as well. And then we're going to fold it up to there. Now the inking and the adding the lace, etc., everything is going to make those pockets stand out more. And we just need to do some folding so that we can help ourselves out. I would recommend, if you are doing this for the first time, to just use an old scrap piece of paper and give it a go. Okay, so now, despite all the confusion, we have pocket, 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 turn it over, pocket, 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 and pocket up there. So now you just need a piece of paper or a folio to put it on. So I'll just grab some sort of paper and I'll be right back. Honestly, I can't win. So I went away and I have inked it because I realized if I'm going to show you how to glue it, there's going to be no going back after that. I did put all the trims on it after I had glued it and put it on the page. But my darling partner has just let me know that he is about to use the hedge trimmer right outside my bedroom window, and I'm not going to be able to do anything because we've gone back daylight savings time. He only has about an hour before it gets dark. So really, really quickly, let's just recap this for you before we glue it, okay? Because I think this should hopefully help. I look at this and I think, how on earth did I figure that out? Good grief. Okay, so we scored. Yes, fold, 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 scored, 6 halfway. Now you could cut this into there because you got the fold lines, cut that because you've got the fold lines, and then you would only be left with this one here to cut at the end for that back pocket. Okay, so then we turn this over, we folded that in, we pushed that in, we folded that back on itself, and that one down there. Then we brought this one up but not right to the bottom of that, and we left all of those bits hanging out the side. Yes, like that. Then the next one we did fold right up to meet this one, and we pushed that up there. Then we turned her over, we folded that one in. Then we folded that one in. We decided how far we wanted to cut up here to fold up our pocket. Then we got this last one and we folded it along the bottom here and then down so that we could still see this little pocket here. Then we turned it over and we folded, guessing how much we want this pocket to be so that it doesn't hide all of this pretty folds. We folded that up and that in, okay? And to put it on the page, so we will need to go this way for this one. All we are going to do is we open that up, we put that around the corner there, bring it down to the bottom of the page that you're putting it onto, because that there needs to be on the corner of the folio. There we go. And the first thing I did was I glued this onto the folio. Okay, so I'll just get my faster glue because that leaf trimmer, hedge trimmer, is going to start up any second. And I really want to get this up for you guys because it was quite fun and I really liked the result. So we don't want to put anything else on there other than that right onto that corner. And we want to make sure that that is nice and flush there. Okay. Now this is the next part we need to figure out where we want to glue. Okay, so if you want this to be a nice long pocket, you're just going to glue right there. So down here, I think you heard the door. That was my partner going out. I'm losing time. And we also want to glue that guy down. Okay, then this pocket here, we want to glue across there and up there, not past that fold line because that's going to fold up. Now that guy there, and then this guy just each side down from the fold line. Now that could be another little pocket. I think in the first one I glued that whole thing down. So you can choose what you'd like to do there. And then last thing on this side, just glue there and glue that side. And up. Now this is nothing space, so I want to glue these two sheets of paper together so that they don't interfere. So I'm just going to put glue all over there because I don't want them coming apart. In saying that, if you put a little divot into there and you only glued there and there, you would have another space to slide a little tag into and you would still have that as a pocket. So there's another option. Then we're going to turn over, we're going to glue this guy down. Don't you love it? No waste. And then we just need to glue there and glue there. I really hope you like this. Please let me know. I was really proud of it when I made it. And then we just need to chuck it under a book or something so that we can get all that glue to stick. And then we're done. And then all I did was I decided, oh yeah, might put a little bit of lace there, might put a little bit of lace up there. You can decorate it however, wherever you want. Obviously I didn't put lace in this one here because I felt it might interfere with getting things into the pocket, but across here would be alright. Just got to watch it doesn't interfere with getting stuff into that pocket. Right, what do you think? I know you will have seen, you know, something like that before because people do one-page fold pockets all the time. What I hadn't seen is it go around the side of a pocket as well as that side. And I don't think I've quite seen that many pockets either. Now because we haven't glued that, that is also a pocket. So again, you could do a little divot mark and then you could make a little triangle card and you've got another one in there. If not, glue that one down. Right. Let me know in the comments if you liked it. And I'm sorry if it was confusing and I hope I made up for it in the end. Alright guys, I love you heaps. Can't wait to hear from you. Let me know. Till next time, matiwa!